Scorpion Weekly News. This is the week of February 1st to 5th, 2015.
My name is Maya, and this is my co-anchor, Samir. First, we have your updates for the week.
Semester 2 begins this week. We hope you have a fun and happy rest of the year.
ASA start on Monday, February 2nd. Your teachers will have the list of classrooms for each ASA.
Next, we will check in with Ghada, who is interviewing Mr. Sadler about the soccer game against Gems Wellington Academy.
Thank you, Mr. Sadler, for agreeing to meet with us. Tell us a little bit about the first 6th grade soccer game.
Okay, so the 6th graders have been coming out to training with the under-14 football squad, and they've been coming twice a week to try and get better and better. And to reward them, I organised a game for them to play against another school, and this was a couple of weeks ago.
Who scored the UAS goals?
So it was a very, very close game where we scored 2 goals. One of them was from a boy called Kareem, who's actually in grade 6, and the other one, grade 7, and the other one was from Mansour, who is in grade 6, and it was a very good goal.
What was the final score at the end of the game?
Okay, so we scored 2 goals. They also scored 2 goals, which means the match ended as a draw. The score was 2-2.
Thank you, Mr. Sadler, for sharing this information with us. Any other information?
Yes, just a message really to the grade 4s, the grade 5s, that next year, if they're interested in training with the under-14 squad, being part of the grade 6 development squad, to come out to the tryouts at the beginning of the year.
Okay, thank you. Back to
Oh, nice shot. That's a good.
Thank you, Ghada and Mr. Sadler, for that exciting update. Now let's check in with Jana and Jana, who are interviewing Mr. Z about respectful behavior.
Hi, Mr. Z. Thanks for having us today. We would like to ask you some questions.
Sure. Go for it.
How can students respond to teachers who are disciplining them?
How can students respond to teachers who are disciplining them? I think first and foremost is I think students should stop and listen to teachers and what they have to say. And before anything else, I think they should apologize and be respectful in that manner. I'm sorry, Mr. Z, I didn't mean to. Or I'm sorry, Mr. Z, I won't let it happen again. I think that's always a line that you should start with, especially when a teacher is talking to you.
What should the consequences be if a student is not respectful?
I've run into some issues with students not being respectful, and a lot of times their response isn't out of respect, it's out of disrespect. And what they do is they say, but I didn't, but he's doing this also, and they fail to take the responsibility, and I think my response to that is they fail to take responsibility for being disrespectful. My thoughts right away are severe consequences. That might mean a recess taken away all the way to spending time in the office. It could also mean that you don't come back to class and do the same things and participate in the same way all the other students do.
Thank you. How should we respect teachers and students in UAS?
I think we need to have a mutual level of respect. And that means anytime you have a conversation, whether a teacher's talking to a student or a student's talking to a teacher, it needs to be out of respect in the sense you listen first, you don't interrupt, and you take it in before you respond.
In what ways are respect important to you?
Respect is important to me because it communicates and it builds relationship and it builds a foundation of respect in the way that you can be nice, you can be friendly, and have fun. The previous weeks here at UAS, I felt several students in my classes have been very disrespectful. They make up excuses for what they're doing instead of accepting responsibility. And I think if students accepted responsibility and they just said, okay, Mr. Z, I'm really sorry, instead of saying, but he did or but she did, I think we would have we would have a lot better time communicating, and learning would be a lot more proactive.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Z.
You're welcome.
Now back to the studio.
Thank you, Jana, and Mr. Z for that great information about respectful behavior.
Now let's reach a congratulations to this year's classroom shout-out. Awesome job, Miss Thompson's grade 2 class, for demonstrating commitment and enthusiasm. They set up a goal to run a lap of the track 2 mornings a week, and they stuck to their goal so far. Way to go!
We would also like to recognize 2 teachers this week for being risk takers.
Mr. Schutza and Miss Deer took their bravery to new heights by skydiving at Skydive Dubai. Great job!
I'm Samir.
And I'm Maya,
And this is the Scorpion Weekly News.